Hello and welcome to News Roundup on True Vision TV. I am Marvelous Obonman. A look at our top stories. PDP internal crisis. Issues within the party have been resolved, says Bala Mohammed. Nigeria's parliament call on Libyan government to apologize to super eagles. Experts advocate enabling environment for medical tourism. Let's begin the news from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, where the governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Mohammed, says the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party have been settled. The governor, who doubles as the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, spoke at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. Stella Carlo has the details.
In attendance here were Omar Damagun, PDP Acting National Chair, representative of the BOT, NWC and National Assembly caucus. Bala Mohammed said governors of the party, the Board of Trustees and other organs of the party have directed the National Working Committee to revert to the status quo. According to him, there is no faction in the party and the acting chairman of the party will continue to perform in his capacity pending when the party will decide otherwise.
There is no faction in the PDP. All this bit of suspension and what have you that we had, the governors and the NWC and indeed the caucus of the National Assembly and the BOT are here, and we have resolved everything. There is no faction. Everything has reverted to status quo. And acting chairman Damagun, pending the time that the governors and all the organs of the party will sit down and resolve other issues.
He said the issues within the party are not peculiar to the PDP alone, but with time, all the legal issues will be resolved.
There is no party that doesn't have problems. These are cleavages. These are developments. Some of them are legal, and we don't want to preempt the outcome of legal procedures that are germane and they are on the ground. So whatever speculations and perceptions that have gone out, they are wrong. And of course, both parties have agreed as a matter in the interest of the party, in the interest of Nigeria, to come back to the status quo even before they perceive suspension and come to suspension.
Also speaking, the acting chairman, Iliya Damagun, advised members of the party to obey the instructions of the Governors Forum. He blamed the media for painting issues in the party as a union about to dismember.
There is no any crisis in the party as far as I'm concerned. But in situations like that, people will want to cash in. Especially you, press. I want to warn you that you escalate things even where there are no crisis. So, as far as I'm concerned, the Governors Forum, our leaders, and the critical organ of this party, and when they speak, we have to see, look at it holistically and also about it.
Bala Mohammed's admission that there were ill feelings from aggrieved members of the party and his optimism that the party will weather all the storm and stand strong to reclaim power at the center by 2027 could be the needed motivation that will stand the party out as the leading opposition in Nigeria. In Abuja, Stella Carlo reporting for True Vision Online Television, the platform that democratizes the media space.
In order to decongest traffic within the city center, the construction of Gwagwa, Karimo and Dede roads located in the Abuja Municipal Area Council of the Federal Capital is set to commence. The Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, had last year assured residents in the area that he will expand the roads. Our correspondent, Ebere Aniepo, reports that houses and shops within the area have been demolished.
Residents of Life Camp Karimo communities located in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, are recounting their losses because of the ongoing demolition of houses and shops for road expansion in the area. Those in the area say they are facing a double jeopardy because of the sufferings already being witnessed in the country.
Just imagine now, the kind of the population of people eating from this garage, you understand? And now, where do they want us to go with the current suffering? So it will be multiplied. It's going to be multiplied. Like, I don't know where, because some people now, they have not even gotten the news.
There are those who believe that the road expansion will bring about development and ease of doing business in the area.
It's a big welcome development. Every right-thinking human being who is used to this road, who has been caught in and hold up on this road, will love this so much, because from 100 meters here, you could be caught, you could spend the next 3 hours. So a right-thinking person must be happy. I'm happy. Every right-thinking person will be very happy that this project has come to a fruition. Within the space of 1 year plus, it has commissioned so much.
For many who have lost their livelihood due to the road expansion, a relief for them will be an adequate compensation.
I'm not a landlord, I'm just a tenant. So I don't know whether they compensate landlord or not. But I heard they have compensate landlord. But what I need is government to help us, to help the pharmacies. They should look on us and compensate the pharmacies. Give either time or then compensate us with little thing.
All my things has lost. I just came back from school. Even my school bag, I didn't see anything again. I don't know what to do. Let the government come and run for our help. Oh. We don't have anywhere to stay. We will stay outside with children. The first time they said they will compensate us, they will give us 3 months. And now they didn't give us any notice. And now we don't know what to do. My pot of soup, they don't throw it away.
All efforts to reach out to the office in charge of compensation in the Federal Capital Development Authority proved abortive as at the time of filing this report. Aniebo Ebere reporting for True Vision Online Television.
Still in Abuja, the Symbols of Hope project, in collaboration with the Lutheran World Federation and the Lutheran Church of Christ in Nigeria, have conducted a 3-day sensitization and skills acquisition program to empower returned migrants. The training, which took place in Abuja recently, is to provide participants with practical skills that will enhance their economic independence and support their reintegration back to the society. Correspondent Stella Carlo has details.
Migration has become one of the major challenges of today's world. There are many different reasons why people migrate, and the experiences of people on the move vary greatly. There are those who are forced to leave their homes due to conflicts, violence, or human rights abuses in their home countries. Others are compelled to migrate because of poverty and lack of perspective for the future. For those affected by poverty, migration appears to present a possible way out. Young people are the ones who attempt to migrate most often. In many contexts, they do so through irregular channels without being aware of the risks and dangers along the way. Many lose their lives on the way or go missing, while some return to their home countries traumatized and in search for money to pick up their lives. It is on this backdrop that Symbols of Hope project, in collaboration with the Lutheran World Federation, the Lutheran Church of Christ in Nigeria, together with the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, is engaging them on several skills to be able to cater for themselves.
We have instructors who are coming in to teach them different skills acquisitions, such as hat making, bead making, tailoring, hairdressing, and so on and so forth.
It was really a concern coming from Germany and seeing also in Germany a lot of migrants who came to Germany on an illegal way, promised that they become like superstars, waitresses or something else. And in fact, they were kind of treated maliciously, being pushed into prostitution, losing kind of their dignity and everything.
Training them with these skills help them to overcome this unemployment. Secondly, it keeps them busy, that they are not idle. It is often said an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So they are not idle, so it makes them defocus their attention from contemplating migration in an irregular way. Number 3, it helps them to also equip others, to empower others. While they are doing their businesses, they go about telling others about the dangers of human trafficking and irregular migration as well.
They had seasoned tutors who took them on shoe making, bag making, pastry making, and soap making.
Having to interact with some of them, they're quite smart people, they're very intelligent, and some of them are really talented when it comes to the area of crafts, and it's just been great, actually. You see the enthusiasm in them to learn. They want to learn something new, they want to explore, and it's quite wonderful working with such kind of people.
I've been into this training since 2020. I've trained people in church, I've trained people in school, I've trained people in their vacation schools, and then I also train NGOs. Like this is my second year training, working with Symbol of Hope.
Some of the returnees present spoke on how they will leverage on the opportunity to build a sustainable business venture for themselves. They thanked Symbols of Hope for giving them such an opportunity to find their feet back again.
We learned a lot, and as Team Green that we are, we came out with a very beautiful bag. Okay. And special thanks and appreciation to Symbols of Hope and our instructors. They did a wonderful job. I enjoyed the process. It was amazing.
As I returned from that US, when I passed through, so I'm interested that one day my story will change. That go through this training, I will get something good to do in my life.
They brought out skills, and they taught me how to make phone, how to make cake, how to make bag, how to make perfumes, likewise hair freshers. And after teaching all those things, what they did after teaching all those things, they will empower you to start this, and that is what they did to me.
I see myself doing starting up a business in a bag business very soon, because not only bag, I have a lot of interest in any handwork, though, because I've learned how to do make hairdressing and also makeup, and also putting my interest in bag making is also another something to me. So I will be very happy to see if I will also do a business in that.
I would love to go into bag making, anything that concerns leather bag making, if possible. I don't know if she will be included, but I will do so again. But I love what I am seeing. I just want to be creative. But what I'm seeing already is amazing. It's amazing, I must tell you.
Things like these are things that doesn't come easily, and so when we see a platform like this, we try as much as possible to put all our effort in it. And this is also going to help us in our own various ways to see how we can also develop ourselves and develop more skills to what we have already learned.
The story on these returned migrants is a stark reminder that illegal migration remains a global challenge. Stella Kalu, reporting for True Vision Online Television, the platform that democratizes the media space.
We ask in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Away from Abuja, let's go to Jigawa State, where a petrol tanker exploded at Majia Town, Tara local government area of the state. The incident, which happened on Wednesday morning, led to the loss of over 90 persons, with 50 others hospitalized. The explosion occurred around 12:30 a.m. when the driver of the tanker, traveling from Kano to Nguru in Yobe State, lost control near Khadija University, Majia. According to the Police Public Relations Officer of Jigawa State Command, DSP Lawan Adam, the disaster was triggered by residents who had rushed to collect split petrol after the tanker overturned. Away from Jigawa State, let's talk health matters. Medical experts in Nigeria have called on the government to declare a state of emergency on financing the health sector, as there are identified gaps that are discouraging Nigerians from seeking medical care in the country. The experts who gathered in Abuja recently at the instance of All Africa Medical and Awareness said that fixing Nigeria's healthcare system will not only stop the brain drain, but will attract foreigners to come down to Nigeria to seek medical services. Stella Carlo has details.
Medical tourism thrives in Nigeria among leaders, politicians, and the wealthy class. Traveling abroad to seek medical treatment in the face of crisis in the nation's health sector poor primary health care system, poor facilities, brain drain, and disease outbreaks, while those who cannot afford to travel resort to either miracle or herbs.
The issue of remuneration, issue of lack of progressive in their chosen career, lack of security threats, and the issue of not having access to sophisticated equipment or latest equipment to work with, like as you said earlier. And it's only medical tourism that can bring all these things they are liking. Is it money, they should inject zero. Even though government inject budget for Nigeria for 20 years in health sector, it will still remain the same without embracing medical tourism.
The goal of having a healthcare facility is to provide available and affordable care for everybody. It must be available and it must be affordable. If it's available and it's not affordable, people will go to where it is affordable. That is why people are streaming to India, for instance.
Nigerians are sick. There are no bed space. And when they go to private, they can't afford it. Now, where they will go is teaching hospital, where it is cheaper. The place, no bed space. The structure has decades. Mongo Park has not been expanded. And population is growing. It's a big issue. Funding is key.
However, Nigeria is spending about $1.5 to $2 billion annually on medical tourism. This has been a drain pipe to the country's valuable financial resources and underscores critical gaps in its healthcare system. Failure of the successive administrations to improve healthcare systems in the country and reverse the trend of medical tourism has continued to exert financial burden on the average Nigerian who needs a high level of care. However, this medical conference, organized by All Africa Medical and Wellness, seeks to profile solutions and tapping into the numerous benefits of inbound, outbound, and intrabound medical tourism, which will attract investors.
Who investors will come to where there's no business to come and invest in time? Investors look at three things. The number one thing investor will look at, if business is viable, they look at, is their capital going to be secured? Is the return on investment guarantee as at when due? All the things, these things, no one is in our health sector, because day in, day out, our hospitals are winding up. Many doctors are closing down their hospitals and running from this country in good numbers.
We have seen 93 Nigerians through the last year, and we've served them well, and they came back home in good health. And it grows up the awareness where we can help Nigeria as much as we're helping them in Egypt. We can also help them over here.
The government also needs to look into healthcare as a business. When we see healthcare as a business, it will help us to open our mind towards medical tourism and also invest more in our hospitals in terms of infrastructures and equipment.
Experts say building trust in local healthcare system with the right infrastructure and enabling environment, investors will be encouraged to develop the sector and Nigerians will begin to see the possibilities of receiving affordable and quality healthcare. In Abuja, Stella Carlo reporting for True Vision Online Television, the platform that democratizes the media space.
On sports, the fallout of AFCON qualifier match between Nigeria and Libya, which did not let her hold, has continued to generate controversy between both countries. Nigeria's parliament has called on the Libyan government to apologize to the Super Eagles for such humiliation. Gabriel Atumeyi was on the streets of Abuja and files this report.
AFCON qualifying Group D clash between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Mediterranean Knights of Libya was initially scheduled to take place on Tuesday, 15th of October. The Super Eagles arrived in Libya on Sunday, 2 days to the match. They were supposed to play the host in Benghazi, one of Libya's biggest cities, but due to a mix-up, their flights landed at the Al Brak airport in Libya. Last week, the Nigerian Super Eagles were stranded for several hours in Libya where they went to play their AFCON qualification match. They have since returned to the country, but their ordeal have continued to generate controversy. Join me as I go to the street to ask the average Nigerians what they think about the situation.
I didn't see any football love or football sportsmanship in them. They're supposed to show that seniority and that of the understanding of football, that it comes like that and it has happened. They let it go and let the match take place.
The Libyans are the ones that are to be blamed. Okay. Because as of last week, I got to hear about the match they had with Nigeria. But there was no complaint about how Nigeria got to maltreat them in any way.
The way I saw the news, it's our Nigerian government that should be blamed, or the Federal Ministry of Sport and Youth and Sport Development.
First and foremost, I'll blame the Nigerian government, those in charge. They will have made adequate preparation, you understand, before these boys left Nigeria for Libya. Even if they have to play the game, they will lose because of the stress they've gone through. It's so disheartening.
They have also called out the Football Regional Board in the continent, CAF, for not resolving the issues, which many say started when the Libyan team first came to Nigeria.
The CAF themselves supposed to look at the issue before allowing Nigeria to go for the second leg. I think the Nigerian Super Eagles themselves, they're supposed to stay there no matter how they treated them. They're supposed to stay there and play the match. Because of sportsmanship, they're supposed to stay just like what Libya did. They stay and play the match.
No matter who is to blame for the unruly behavior, many say the situation puts a dark cloud in Africa's football development. I am Gabriel Atume for True Vision Television.
And that's what we have for you today on News Roundup. Before we go, a look at our major headlines. We told you that Chairman of PDP Governors Forum, Bala Mohammed, said that issues within the party have been resolved. Nigeria's parliament called on Libyan government to apologize to the Super Eagles. Experts advocate enabling environment for medical tourism. You can connect to all our social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Marvelous Oboman. Bye for now.